stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
This is ahead for about 5. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Rattler back to throw. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Rattler to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Gets this one to Harris. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Returnable from the 1. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one does not go far. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Houston in just a moment. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. From the 31. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
To the air, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So it'll be Tommy Townsend once again to punt this away. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Handoff on 2nd and short. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Last 2 plays have been tremendously efficient for this offense. Get a good gain on 1st down that sets up 2nd and short. And then like John Madden used to say, boom, that fullback moves the chains.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Shotgun now on third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And it can't hurt you in the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll go right side with Hall. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Finds his target, Hall. And he'll get it up to the 27. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Looking for the back that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the gun on third down. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fielded at the 11. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will take over deep on their own side. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Rattler. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. They give it to him again. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain up to the 13. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Steelers set to punt it. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He has it at the 33. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And it'll be their football. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Man in motion here. Back to throw on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Complete out to the right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
The pitch is to Hall. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Oilers about set to punt. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Rattler. He's going to try to drop it in deep right into a crowd. And intercepted. And the Oilers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Motioning the tight end now. To the air now on 1st and 10. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And now they face second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They're going play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's going deep. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The ball is teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. Calvin Austin on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, to pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 21. And you'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40. Found some space, got his team 21 on that run back. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Airing it out to start this drive. Able to hit home, complete. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They go play action on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Hall there to haul it in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They've got a man in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
3 on the board, and now he'll send this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Here's Rattler. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 10 now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Oilers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Oilers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Oilers break that tie and now lead by 7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. On the return, here comes Austin. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Forced out to his right. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 7. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Rattler. Get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. The receiver gets it on the handoff. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They're set up at the 35 now. Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hall running between the tackles. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Room to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Runs like that one, baby, that's where you can really see how locked in and in sync this offense is. The choreography up front to get all the blocking in place, the back's ability to see those holes as they open up, and the coach is finding the right call, Kate, for the right moment. It's beautiful to watch when a plan comes to...
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Oilers parlay the interception into points. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Oilers double their lead to 14. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion going left. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Rattler to the air now. He's got a man left. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Steelers' 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Completed to his running back. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Rattler setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Another try following the sack. And they pick him off again. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Oilers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
They've got first down from the 31. Airing it out to start this drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go right back to Hall. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So 2nd down coming up. Man in motion here. Back now, pressure on its way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Finds his target, Hall. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Getting right back to it after that interception. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Get him yet again. And the Oilers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
On the counter, Hall. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
They give on second to Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on first. Will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Oilers make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
After they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Looking to throw, Rattler. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion left. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, for personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
He puts some juice up. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Oilers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running this with Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And that takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Oilers nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. That one's complete over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Houston first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it was a maestro of a performance.